Today's lecture is about the similar matrices transformation, and we will study what are the common characteristics that the similar matrices actually share. So let's say if we are having two matrices A and B, and they must be square matrices, then we need another matrix P that should be non-singular. By the non-singular we mean its inverse must exist. Then we can say that the matrix B is similar to matrix A using this relation P inverse A and P. So if we follow this relation using a matrix P, then we can find or we can make matrix B similar to A, and the process of converting a matrix A or determining a matrix B similar to A is called the similar matrices transformation. So there are certain characteristics of the similar matrices. One of them is the similar matrices do have the same eigenvalues, and thus the eigenvectors corresponding to the same eigenvalues can be determined using the relation y is equal to P inverse x. So let's see how does it work. So let's start with determining the characteristic equation of this matrix B. We know that for determining the characteristic equation of this matrix or any matrix, we have to develop the relation B minus lambda I is equal to, we can say that it is actually equal to what? Substitute the value of B in this expression, you will get P inverse AP minus lambda into I. And for the I, you can substitute as P inverse P, because if you multiply any matrix within inverse, then you will get the identity matrix. Now I will take P inverse common from the above expression. I will be left with A minus lambda I, and also I can take P common from this side. So this expression becomes like that. On the left hand side I am having B minus lambda I. Now if I am interested in determining the characteristic equation, then I will have to take the determinant on both sides. So determinant of B minus lambda of I is equal to determinant of P minus A minus P inverse into A minus lambda I into P. Now as we know, the property of the determinant is, if you are finding the determinant of the product of multiple terms, then it is equal to their individual product of their individual determinant. So I can write it as it is equal to determinant of P inverse, then determinant of A minus lambda I, and then this is equal to determinant of P. So let's just rearrange the order. I can also write it as determinant of P inverse into determinant of P, and then determinant of A minus lambda into I. Let's just combine these two terms. Since means I am just reversing the task again. P inverse into P into determinant of A minus lambda into I, which is equal to determinant of the identity matrix, since P inverse P generates identity matrix, and we are left with the determinant of A minus lambda into I. As we know that the determinant of the identity matrix is equal to 1. Why? Because if you multiply all the diagonal entries of a diagonal matrix, we can find its determinant, and since the diagonal entries of the diagonal identity matrix are equal to 1, so that's why its determinant is equal to 1 into determinant of A minus lambda I. Now you can see here clearly both matrices A and B share the same characteristic equation, which means determinant of B minus lambda I is equal to determinant of A minus lambda I. And this equation shows that both matrices that are similar to each other must have the same eigenvalues. So now let's see in the next how we can actually prove that what will be the eigenvectors of the similar matrices, or how they are related actually. So starting from the equation Ax is equal to lambda into x, we will see how we can develop the relation for the eigenvector. So Ax is equal to lambda x. Now I will multiply P inverse on both sides of this equation, P inverse lambda into x. Now you can see I can also write it as P inverse A into, since there is an identity, so P inverse into x is equal to P inverse lambda into x, or just combining or rearranging the terms will generate the expression like that is equal to P inverse lambda into x. So we know that P inverse AB is actually equal to the similar matrix, so I will just substitute the value of B matrix over here. P in B into P inverse x is equal to P inverse lambda into x. Now if we can also write it as B into P inverse x is equal to, since lambda is a constant, so lambda is taken out and P inverse x. Now the multiplication of the P inverse matrix with a column vector will actually give us a column vector, call it y. So lambda into y is equal to B into y. Now y is actually the eigenvector of the similar matrix, and it is related as y is equal to what? Y is equal to P inverse x, where x is the eigenvector of matrix A. So it is clear that the characteristic equation actually gives the eigenvalues of both similar matrices same, while the eigenvectors are related with this relation y is equal to P inverse x. Let's just do an example for calculating the higher power of A. If A can be transformed into some similar matrix D. So let's say if we are having A is equal to 7 2 minus 4 1, and it is related with this equation P D P inverse, and then where P is given 1 1 minus 1 minus 2, and D is equal to 5 0 0 3. All right, and we are interested in determining the values of A ki power k. So what is how we can determine the formula for finding the relation A raised to power k? Let's say the P inverse is already calculated and it is given as 2 1 minus 1 and minus 1. Since we know that A square is actually equal to, using this formula I will just substitute the values in terms of its similar matrix transformation. This is one of the application of similar matrices transformation. It means if a matrix can be converted into its similar matrix, then we can calculate its any higher power A power k. All right, so let's just rearrange the terms. So P inverse P, then D into P inverse, and you can see clearly it's equal to the identity matrix, and it will become P D square into P inverse. Similarly, if I want to calculate A power cube, then it is equal to P D P inverse into A square that I have already computed. So I will just substitute the expression from the previous equation here, P D square into P inverse, and again if you merge these two terms, then combining these two terms will generate the identity matrix, and you will have P D cube into P inverse. And so is the case for A power any integer power k. We will be having just the diagonal matrix k and then P raised to power minus 1. So this is very simple. means the similar matrices are actually helpful for calculating the higher powers of A. Now let's in the next lecture I will just show how we can actually find the similar matrices and then their eigenvalues and eigenvectors are related with which expression. Thank you.